It was not the most wonderful time of the year for NFL players. Tyler Lockett, RG3, and Marcus Mariota all went down with injuries, but the Raiders suffered maybe the biggest loss this weekend when Derek Carr broke his leg against the Colts. Matt McGloin will replace Carr for the playoff run. Now, Vegas quickly reacted to Carr's injury by doubling their odds to reach the AFC Championship from 6-1 to 12-1. Stephen A., I feel so bad for this Raiders team, I just have to be honest, because they have come such a long way. How far can they go without Carr?
Believe it or not, I mean, listen, we don't know because the AFC is up for grabs, and we talk so much about the Raiders, the Steelers, Max, and everybody. We can't disrespect the Kansas City Chiefs and what they've been showing us. We got to give them their respect where it's due. My man Andy Reid and the crew, you just have to give that to them. But is it possible for the Raiders to make it all the way to the AFC Championship game? Yes, because the fact of the matter is that if they end up winning the division, they'll only have to win one game to get there. And everybody's talking about Derek Carr, and we have to give respect where it's due and recognize that Derek Carr is a devastating loss. He's a candidate for league MVP. He's been playing lights out. There's no doubt about that. But this kid, Matt McGloin, okay, I believe he used to be in Tampa. This kid right here, let's keep this stuff in perspective. Yes, he's no Derek Carr. That is absolutely true. But you still have Amari Cooper. You still have Michael Crabtree. You still have Latavius Murray and Jalen Richard and DeAndre Washington. You still have that offensive line, who is considered second only to the Dallas Cowboys in the entire NFL in terms of stout offensive lines. And so when you look at it from that perspective, if we were willing to give props and respect to how the Oakland Raiders defense was on the upswing. You're talking about the number 3 overall ranked offense. Derek Carr, no doubt. There's no replacing him. But essentially what you're asking me is that with all those requisite parts around him, the offensive line, those wideouts, that running attack, okay, you're asking me, can they win one game in a playoff en route to the AFC Championship game? I think it's possible. So I'm not ready to just sit up there and say it's the end. I will tell you it's a devastating loss. I didn't have them going to the Super Bowl anyway, yet alone winning it. But could they make the AFC Championship game with the right matchup and a good performance by the rest of the troops? I think they could.
At first, I figured this is a trick question. What do you mean, how far? They're done. They're done. They lose Derek Carr, they're done. But then you consider, okay, how is it possible that they could maybe go on and win a game? Well, you go, well, all right, they still need to win at Denver. At Denver, that's not easy, even if that Denver team is done. But let's assume they do. And the Chiefs lose to the Chargers in San Diego, which, okay, it's a worse situation if they're playing at Arrowhead, but I still like the Chiefs there. But let's say that the Raiders do, in fact, wind up with the bye, and they only have to win one game. A lot of things, like not a lot of things, but certain things have to happen in the Raiders' favor for that to happen. And then let's say their opponent is Miami, and Miami is also without their starting quarterback. Of course, their starting quarterback is meh, and they've replaced him with a guy who looks pretty good to me. And I like Miami, and they've been on a roll. Like they've been, when you really look at, again, not which team has been good throughout the course of the season, but who's good now. That's Miami. So even if everything works out for you, you still face a team who maybe is running in place in terms of their quarterback situation, and you have fallen off a cliff in your quarterback situation. The question is, to me, is not like, can they theoretically make the AFC Championship game? Because, as you said, one game any given Sunday, I suppose they could. The question to me is, are they going to do it? And the answer is no. They're not going to be in the AFC Championship game. Their season ended with Derek Carr's injury.
Again, I'm just saying that you can't say it definitively because of the requisite parts in the AFC prior to that AFC Championship game. We all assume that the New England Patriots are going to be the #1 seed. We know that the road to the Super Bowl, in all likelihood, is going to end up going through Foxborough. So the question is, take New England out of the equation. Is it possible that things could align and the Raiders could fall in that position? I say yes, which is why I can't definitively rule it out. Outside of that, Matt McGloin, I mentioned Tampa. That's McClendon or whatever his name was. McGloin is in his first year with the Raiders. He's never been on any other team, so I apologize for that. I got the quote.
But Matt Moore can play.
Yes.
Matt Moore can play. Like, you know.
Matt McGloin, I just don't know. I haven't seen him.
Miami got a guy. Looks to me like they got a guy.
We'll see.